So today I'm going to show you how to transform a basic piece of data, a typical chart that you might have in your presentation, into a really killer slide that delivers the information in a simple and memorable way and makes it really easy for your audience to get your point and buy into it. So let's begin. On the left here, what you're seeing is the before version. It's your typical sort of default slide that starts, if you just put data into a PowerPoint bar chart. And then over here on the right, what you see is the version that we're going to end up with. So I'm going to show you how to go from the before to the after. So the first thing I'm going to do is click over to the basic chart, which I already imported the data from. And you see up here it says breakdown of social network users in the United States by frequency of use. To me, that's confusing. And I think the first thing to do is to simplify that title so people understand what is your core point. It's not just, hey, here's the breakdown, figure it out. There's actually a key point I want to make, and that is that most Americans use Facebook daily, right? That's really the gist of this. Facebook is number one. So I'm going to do that. And then just to make it look a little bit nicer, I'm going to go from the default text that came in this template to the font that I'm using for the rest of the presentation. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of some of the clutter. I'm going to get rid of the labels. I'm going to get rid of the grid marks. I'm just going to delete out all that stuff. And then I'm just going to adjust the overall size of my chart so it's simpler. I'm also getting rid of that percentage stuff on the left because we're gonna have the labels in a different way. To stay consistent with my typography choices, I'm going to use a thinner version of the same font for this bottom label of each of the social networks. And again, I'm just kind of tweaking and adjusting things. Now, I'm going to change the colors of the bars in this chart. Because what I want to do is I want to make that point that maps to my headline really stand out. So first I'm going to make them all just a simple black color, but then I'm going to select the Facebook bar and I'm going to choose the pink color, which is sort of my highlight color. It's my Martify brand color. You can pick whatever color you want. Then I'm going to add the value labels to the top so that we don't need that ugly, confusing bar at the left, but we're going to spoon feed the information and just make that appear on the right. And then I'm going to draw down and get another one of the fonts that I'm using as my core template. In this case, it's Montserrat. I was using Bebas Nua before. And I'm going to use that to change those labels and just dial them down a notch so that they kind of visually fit with the overall size. But for the Facebook bar, the one I'm highlighting the most, I'm not only going to make that bigger and bolder, but I'm going to make it the same color as that pink bar itself. So now you can see kind of where we were before, right? We're heading towards that after. So we've cleaned up a lot of the chart. Already it looks better, even if you did it this way. But just to add a little bit of extra punch and emotion, I'm going to take this image that I purchased. It's a stock photo I purchased on iStockphoto.com. And I'm going to go ahead and insert it into this slide. Now it pops up on the front, so I have to kind of fix that. I go to Arrange, and then I reorder the objects, and I slide it to the very back of this slide. And there it is. It's still, now it's too dark, and it doesn't quite fit my widescreen layout here, so I'm going to pull each corner down and adjust it till it gets to the very edges. And then to really make that, visibly better, I am going to increase the transparency, basically. Let's see the transparency bar right there. I'm just notching that down and making it a little bit sort of see-through so it fades into the background and it becomes a more subtle thing. And then this is not a must-have, but it's nice to adjust it. You do that under crop image to make it actually fit in the slide. It's really helpful when you're printing something or when you're just to make sure that the visible content isn't running off. And so here we are, our final. You can see again the before and the after and the incredibly powerful difference between make me figure it out and make me see it. Because a confused mind says no, right? So we are eliminating confusion and we are making it very clear what our key point is. So if you love this and you want to get tons more step-by-step how-tos on how to make your slides better, your story better, your charts better, and so on and so forth, then you're going to want to enroll in my online course called Ace the Pitch. Class starts on October 15th, and you'll get the full scoop on what's included at acethepitch.com. Check it out. I hope to see you there.